We think that open air centers is really the strong suit for Tanger. We've done a really good job operating, leasing, and marketing open air shopping centers. And as we think about growing our platform, we feel that there are some geographies where we don't necessarily have a Tanger positioned, but where there's great assets in the market that could benefit from the things that we do best.
With me today is Stephen Yalof, President and CEO of Tanger. Stephen, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So, Stephen, what are you anticipating with respect to consumer sentiment and tenant demand in the near to medium term?
So at Tanger, we always think about two customers. One is the tenant, and one is the shopper, because particularly in the outlet space, it's the responsibility of us at Tanger to drive customer traffic into the centers. Most of our tenants don't necessarily use their marketing capital to bring people into their off-price venues. In that regard, we work very closely with the tenants. So tenants have said to us they want to grow their store footprint in our platform. They want to bring their products to our consumer, but they need to partner with us in order to get that consumer into the shopping center. So with the tariff backdrop right now, one of the early initiatives that we're doing in concert with our retailer partners is we're going to bring back to school shopping forward a little bit, understanding that the back half of the year, there's some sentiment from the shoppers that there may not be the product they're looking for, that some of those shelves might be a little bit lighter, and product pricing might be a little bit higher in the back half of the year. Well, should that happen, we think the best antidote is to get the shoppers into the center sooner. And in partnership with a number of our brands, we're able to bring some of that back to school shopping a little bit sooner in the year. That's the biggest holiday for summer, back to school shopping. So if we can pull that forward from what was typically August, maybe into late June, early July, as schools start to let out, I think we could bring the consumer in earlier. They can get the things that they want. And should the tsunami of tariff actually just be a simple wave, I think that we probably be able to get them back into the centers a little bit more frequently as well.
How have you positioned your platform in order to be the most effective and successful in today's markets?
Well, as you've probably seen, we've added 3 new shopping centers to our portfolio over the last 18 months, all of which were full-price lifestyle shopping centers. We think that open air centers is really the strong suit for Tanger. We've done a really good job operating, leasing, and marketing open air shopping centers. And as we think about growing our platform, we feel that there are some geographies where we don't necessarily have a Tanger positioned, but where there's great assets in the market that could benefit from the things that we do best. So as we think about growing the outlet platform, we also think about growing in the lifestyle direction as well. And I think the consumer and the retailers are responding.
Where do you see the biggest opportunities for Tanger in the next 6 to 12 months?
I think it's mostly in acquisitions, not necessarily in ground-up development. The cost of ground-up development right now is prohibitive. So a lot of the deals that we're looking at are existing shopping centers and geographies, once again, where we think we can use our marketing, our operations, and our leasing to our advantage and add a lot of value to those centers.